And welcome back to another stream live here, exclusive to YouTube. I am your host, Swishbone, for the remainder of the evening. For those of you who have been here before, a huge welcome back to all of you who are here for the recent playthrough of Soul Hackers 1 and 2, the ongoing playthrough of Parasite Eve, the streams such as Dokyoko Literature Club and Song of Memories, which were rather obtuse, all the Danganronpa, all the Persona, the other SMT titles, or even the really obscure and old streams like Final Fantasy 7 and Forza 4. A huge welcome back to all of you people. For those of you who've never been here before, this channel mostly focuses on blind live Let's Plays. What we do is we get a game for the first time, we play it, and we explore how it sounds and generally give our reactions to it live on the web for you all. So we're back into the world of Shin Megami Tensei because you all voted for it. It ended up being a three-way tie and the dice decided that SMT was not done with me. We are in the PS2 era for Digital Devil Saga. I know almost nothing about this game, apart from the fact to my knowledge it was exclusive to the PS2. I don't believe it's ever been ported, although it might potentially be on the PS3 version of PSN, might along with Nocturne. It's possible it's there, but I don't know. Don't quote me on it. So, with that in mind, we've got a brand new game. I'm going to quickly go into the config. I don't believe there's much I can really do here. As you can see, it's like vibration from the controller, menu memory, and that's it. So we've not got language, which tells me it is unfortunately going to be dubbed in English. You're going to suffer it just like me. Enough talk! Let's get started! Our characters are as submitted to this game are purely work of fiction, and similar to personal living, purely coincidental. The users' opinions expressed within are something. Didn't get around to reading it. Oh. Okay, we're starting with a very trippy... No! There is no turning back. I found the answer. Man should return to its origins and embrace the truth. Oh. No, that's wrong. Danganronpa, is that you? You, like... the uncontrollable rage that lurks inside them. Okay, that sounds a bit Persona-esque. We're going to release the inner demons inside people's souls. And of course, all you people out there, please let me know how the sound is, and if there's any issues, I can make some adjustments on the fly for you all. That's a battlefield! Are we at war?
I've never seen anything of that nature.
Metal Gear Solid, is that you?
Harley is present.
This does not feel like SMT. This is not how I expected this game to start.
Recruits are always available, but a leader is irreplaceable. Remember that.
I'm guessing that guy's the prototype then. With the kind of Narukami-esque haircut. Well, good evening to you too, Bahamut, saying you're excited to see you playing DDS. Say, so far it's not what I expected. Goto, is that you? From Nocturne Double Survivor? Oh, boom, headshot. This is completely not what I expected. And yes, I am using the emulation for this, by the way, because you all voted for it in the community tab. So hopefully it's come out nice and clean for you all. Ew, tentacles. No. Put the tentacles away.
Warning to the vanguards. Remove the unidentified object at coordinates 2314-5873. Failure to comply will be deemed an act of war.
Warning to the Embryon. Remove the unidentified object at coordinates 2314-5873. Failure to comply will be deemed an act of war.
Well, that sounds interesting, Bahamon. I'm interested to see how that's going to work. Oh. That's one way to solve a problem, I guess. Nuke it from the sky. Eat them all. What? Yep, we've gone off the deep end here, people. That was not what I was expecting to happen. They say war is hell, and evidently it seems so, judged by what's just happened. So it's most of the for you as well, Bahamut. That's fantastic, mate. Glad to see. As I said, this will be an ongoing series alongside Parasite Eve. At least that's the plan. We're still alive? Somehow?
What happened? Where are the vanguards?
My chest is on fire.
She seems pretty cool, actually. I like her. Bit of a punky rebel kind of character. Demon markings, I'm guessing.
Leader.
There's a life being cradled in the middle. This can only spell trouble. Yukino from Persona 1? There's no way that's who that is, but they look exactly the same.
Strange. I feel like I've met this girl before. I want to know more about her. I'm sure you feel the same, Surf.
Surf, is that the character's name? And there's Goto's casual looking over, giving a new mission for Raido to start doing detective work on. Interesting point about the SMT meeting FF13, the sealed tattoos. It's a bit like that, isn't it? Also, that girl suddenly turned down in the crash in the crater is giving me flashbacks to the truly terrible Scientology movie Oblivion. If you've never seen it, be grateful.
Heat, how is she? Still sleeping.
She did not have a tag ring. Who could she be?
The woman is not our concern. The ramifications of the battle are unclear. What are these markings?
Yeah, good question.
Our priority is to clarify the situation.
I will go to the vanguards. To the vanguard's territory? I will. They may have an answer for us.
Why would they give it to you?
Surf and I will go. And one more.
Oh, I've been
The
voluntold.
rest will stay and guard the base.
I will go. I want an explanation.
For a moment I was getting the flash of the SMT soundtrack, and now now we're moving. Oh. Right, I've suddenly got a lot of slowdown. I don't know why that is. Bear me a second. This music feels very, very familiar. Sorry about the noise, people. I'm just quickly trying something. If that slowdown's going to keep going, that's going to be unlistenable. Unless I can do something to fix it. I've never felt well since we've returned. I feel like I've met her before. Akira shares this sentiment. Yeah, this is not good, is it? Do not concern yourself with the girl. Our only concern should be reaching Nirvana. Harley's still alive. He was present when she appeared, so he may know details about this girl. It's strange because everything else ran fine, and now suddenly I'm inside the hub room, and it feels like it's going to like 10 frames per second, which is weird. Let's get outside just in case it's one random room. Oh, that's unplayable. Luckily, this is why I've got the old save state. What I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly exit the game, and I'm going to see if I can do something about it. Bear me a minute, guys. I really apologise for that. I don't know why it was making such a nuisance sound. It's not normally like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reboot it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to the stream might unfortunately be coming to an end earlier than I thought here at this rate, people, as I'm experiencing some significant slowdown. Just to give you an idea, look at the slowdown. Unfortunately, we've got a significant slowdown, which is making it impossible to play at the moment, so I may, annoyingly, have to end this off and try something else. I'm just going to try something else. Just going into my settings. It's strange because it was running fine at one point, and now it seems to have suddenly started slowing down for some reason, and I don't know why. I say PS2 normally runs great. I mean, the Persona 3 stream's a great example. Persona 3 I had no problem. I had no issues with Persona 3. Persona 3 ran perfectly fine. I had absolutely no issues with that. I was even running that in 4K. Makes me wonder if I've got something else in the background which is interfering with it. So I'm going to try one more time. And what I might do just try and see if I can find something. Right, I'm going to try running it one more time. Just trying to see if we can resize it and see if that makes any difference. I'm using PCSX2. That's the one I'm using. Well, that's made it a bit better actually. It's the girl with the black hair. She seems to be asleep. Trying to play it into window mode. Duck Station on PS1 works great. Unknown objects have been appearing ever since the flight flew through the junkyard. When you approach the objects, items and equipment appear. If you see one, you should probably take advantage of this anomaly. Have you covered your memory, sir? Do you remember the vendor? Each time you defeat an enemy, marker credits are stored in your tag ring. You can exchange marker for items and equipment at various vendor locations. There's a vendor in our base. Well, why not pay it a visit? Do you remember everything now, sir? Do you know about the karma terminals? Small karma terminals are just simplified versions of the large terminals. Small terminals do not allow recovery. Small terminals usually collect to a large terminal in the same area. This base does not have a small terminal. There'll be little use for one here. So the large terminals are basically the, I can't remember what they're called in Nocturne, but they're basically like the huge spinning rune bases that allow you to travel in the Mala network. You may teleport, recover, and save at large karma terminals. If you are defeated, your progress up to that point will be erased. Make sure to save and recover often. There was a large terminal in our base. Why don't you try it out? Oh. See, the cutscene there's running fine. So it seems to only be in the hub area. That's weird. See, this is running fine. So it must be an issue with the emulation. Well, it must be an issue with the emulation, unfortunately, guys. See, can you hear the music? Now the music's fine here. So I think we're just going to have to put up with it, I'm afraid, guys. And I say it wasn't you, Avian. It was like this before you turned up in the comments. So don't accept any blame for this. It's nothing to do with you. Mudar is Embryo's territory. It's the smallest area, sandwiched between the Vanguards and Marble sectors. I don't keep watch. We need to confirm information. Everyone's acting illogically after being touched by the light. What is this strange mark? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Who is that person you brought here, sir? I've never seen that colour hair. What, black? You've never seen black hair? Are you crazy? You've seen pink and blue and red and grey, but you've not seen black hair? What kind of world is this? Oh, so you've had your fourth COVID jab, have you, Avian? Your arm's already sore, is it? I hope it gets better soon. After the light, I woke up and that wall was there. I've never seen such a thing. As I say, if this gets unplayable, then what I can do is I can end tonight's stream and start again using the native PS2 capture. The graphics will not be as good, but it will mean that we can at least get the game. And it's interesting because sometimes it works fine and other times it goes slow. Oh, 3 chakra drops, thank you very much. So I mean, sometimes it slows down and then suddenly it's back to normal again. Yeah, if there's every door for loot, there's some back here I've not yet searched, so let's go in here again. And as for the music, Avian, you say it sounds a bit like a 90s porno. I mean, I don't think that's what they were quite going for, but I suppose you can be. Well, I suppose you can be thinking that. Hey, here we go, more loot. Revival bead, that's fantastic. I actually like how the map has the Metal Gear style, you know, radar to it. You know, with the the fan where you can see the line of vision. Ah, there's the vendor. Ah, no worries, Balm. If you hear your brakes on, fingers crossed you can check in later and that it's not that unwatchable with the slowdown. Is this the Matrix all of a sudden with the weapons coming out of the wall? Yeah, they so got that from the Matrix. They got that from the Matrix. No shame whatsoever. What do you want to do? Ah, so we can buy rations. We've already got 10 of them apparently. Revival beads are pretty pricey. Oh, disc poisons. We're going to need a couple of those. We will definitely need those. And we're going to need the stuns. They're going to come in handy. And what does Panacea do? Ooh. So it cures 3 different types. It's expensive, but I'm going to pick up 2 of those as well. Yeah, you're right, Bahama. It isn't as fun as the mannequins or as Jack Frost. Buy ammo? We have to buy ammo? Not got much money. I'm going to save my cash for now, just in case I find that I need to get some more later. So yeah, so guys, it's not your stream, by the way. It's not your computers that's causing the slowdown. It's my stream. Let's say when I played the Persona 3 stream, no problem at all. Everything was absolutely fine. For some reason, though, SMT Digital Devil Saga's not been as kind, shall we say. As you remember return, sir. Do you remember where the exit is located? Take that elevator to the upper level. Orange is the core of the Embryon. Each core marks the boundaries of its tribe. So we're in like a tribal future war, which is rather interesting. Ah, ammo time. Cool. Cheers, Bahamut. Alright, no worries, mate. Well, you enjoy the rest of your time at home. We'll catch up with you soon. Are you feeling a bit better? Well, is there anything you'd like to know, sir? They are the 6 major groups who divide and rule the junkyard. The Embryon is one such group. We all follow you, sir. Anything else, sir? That is the nature of this world we live in. It's divided into 7 areas. Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishada, Ajna, and Sarasara. Anything else, sir? I'm not going to remember any of those names. The tribes of the junkyard are all fighting to rule the other tribes. The triumphant group will be allowed into Nirvana. Anything else, sir? Oh, Nirvana! I see. So we're going to go full Kurt Cobain. But actually, no, let's hope not. I don't want to go full Kurt Cobain. That's a bad thing. Do you have adequate medical supplies, boss? There are many threats in battle besides normal wounds, such as poison and paralysis. If your current stock is low, replenish at the vendor. I've already grabbed a couple, so fingers crossed we'll have enough. I see you departing for Svadhisthana. The vanguards are an advantage. Be careful, sir. Yeah, you'd have to take a screenshot to remember. You're not wrong, have you? Nice music. Let's see what happens then. Can't be anything good. Oh, there's Vishnu. Statues of Vishnu.
Something is wrong. There are no guards.
That works. Let us go.
It's not wise just to walk up to somewhere purely because okay, is it just me or does it feel a bit smoother here? That's got us a Soma drop. Nice. You say that Emperor Palpatine wants his capital back. It does have a bit of a feel of that, doesn't it? Right, that's the exit, that's the way we came. Ah, there's the vendor, okay. Oh, right, we've got a max ranking in the top left corner telling me Magatsui is at its max, or... They fear us. We'll find out soon. Oh god, you're helpful. They're entirely vulnerable. What happened to the vanguards? I don't know, and I don't like it. Well, I guess we're going to have to go inside and find out, aren't we? Serf is walking alone. Ah, so now we're in very much the same camera that we had with the Nocturne stream. Ah, hello. Place to save our game. It's not asking us to teleport, which is strange. As you can see, we are all level 1. So there is absolutely nowhere we can go. We can't restore either. So we are very much a case of in the game. I've no idea if we're even... There's the map. And that's our so you can see we've got minimal health. Look at that. 30 HP for Surf, 34 for Heat, and 30 for Argula. So we've got almost no health. Yeah, I'm definitely getting flashbacks to when I was playing the Nocturne stream with you all. Yeah, see, all of a sudden the game doesn't feel as choppy. This is weird. I'm confused. I don't know why it's suddenly not being so choppy. Maybe it's something to do with the base. Maybe the base is taking up too much horsepower. I don't know. It's still a little choppy, don't get me wrong. There's still points where it's slowing down. I can see that for obvious reason. Go on, let's see what happens. That's not what I expected to happen. I didn't expect to lower a door with it. So I'm not sure if it's fixed itself, but it certainly doesn't feel as bad. It's still not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely there, shall we say. I don't feel like I'm running through treacle like I was in the other part of back in the base. Loot. Right, so far we've been given a load of items and we've not fought any enemies. This is SMT. I don't trust this. Something is getting in the way. Yeah, exactly. We can play it for now. We'll see how we go. Fingers crossed it keeps going. Oh, you like treacle? In Scotland, it's a very popular staple, that treacle. Looks like there's nothing up here, but there is a loot box on the other side. So if I can get on the other side, I'll go and grab it. Nice eerie haunting music here. Ah, I've got a park-in, not parking, a park-in. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Very common dessert over here. There's more switches knocking around here by the looks of it. And there's loot under the stairs. Again, this has been far too generous. Why have we been getting so much loot and not fighting anything? This is not good. There can be absolutely no doubt about it. This is a false sense of security. So now we've got more chakra drops too. And now there's a save point. I agree with you, Avian. Yes, the game is fixing to kill me. Normally we'd get to the point where we have the tutorial fight! But this is SM sounds can be heard from inside the room. Open the door. I've only just saved my game, I might as well.
Don't come any closer. No. Stay back. Don't eat me. Please.
Don't eat you?
Harley, what are you saying?
You murdered them and ate them all. You all turned into monsters. And then you devoured all of my men.
Ah!
That weird light shot right through us. And then everyone started freaking the hell out.
Don't!
Everyone started attacking each other. You ripped them apart with your bare hands. And then...
Stop! Be quiet!
God help me!
Shut
Okay.
Couldn't have. No. Not me. I didn't do that.
So we must have gone feral.
People. I couldn't have. It wasn't me.
Oh, here we go. Ah, okay, we are the demons. That's pretty badass actually. That's awesome. And now the splash image I found makes perfect sense. Yeah. So the turn icons at the top are going to get number of actions your party can take. When no icons remain, it comes the enemy's turn, and that's how it goes. That's one down, and then I shall shoot a healer. Or I can pass the turn back. Let's see what a physical attack does. Not that much. Oh, well, that's not enough to kill it. I'm surprised. I was expecting to finish it, but not enough. Well, instant level up for Surf, which is kind of cool. Pointing out the breast mouse. You have what, 3 stat attribute points to. So I can deal them out. Right, I'm playing an SMT game, so I'm going to start by raising strength and vitality. It's an SMT title, so I'm going to start with that.
What's happening to us? I can't eat them.
Why do you hesitate? Circumstances are different now.
What?
If you refuse to eat, you will perish like them.
Surf. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cannibal Simulator. When I said we went feral before, I wasn't expecting that. No. Just no. Their HP recovers slightly because they consume their enemies. Let's find Harley. Sir, perhaps you can explain this strange power. I can remember in a vague sense. Sweet fluid dripping from my torn throat, splattering as I sink my teeth into rich flesh. This is a good sensation. Antagonist alert. He'll be the first to betray the party. He actually likes the fact that he ate the flesh. In terms of the health, by the way, it has indeed given a slight return. I'm now at 28 instead of being as low as I was. You don't think that's how this works, Adrian? Well, it seems right now that they ate them and they... Yeah, it seems we've gone like even werewolf slash... right. Not just yet, I want to look around for more loot first. Yes, so it turns out SMT had a cannibalism game that I know about on the PS2. And I've got a physical copy of this game in my lounge. I actually have a copy. I was going to play it via PS2 Direct Capture, but you all recommended emulation. And if the game actually... Oh! Now we've got the random... Oh, it's Praetor! Ooh, these guys are quite tough actually. They cause quite a lot of damage. One Praetor ran away. The fact that we made one run away is a good thing. Try and finish it off. Nice one, we got rid of one. The only problem about this is the MP issue, but there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, so he's gone for the strength route. Each body is overflowing with power. You recovered MP, okay. And yet she's got the magic one. So it seems that you can randomly recover things or not, which is kind of annoying. Fortuitously, I've got quite a lot of rations, so I can use them for now. Oh god. Alright, it's on Meraki. In other games, were they strong to ice? I'm not sure. I'm going to try it anyway. See how we go. Yeah, that's a weakness. We've got a suppressed turn. That's awesome. So at least they know that they're weak to ice, so that's useful. Oh! Oddly enough, it was the camera that was causing problems then. Who's that? Who's waiting for me over there? Oh, we've got Praetors again. The problem I've got here is we don't really have much in the way of resources for MP. I mean, I've got a couple of chakra drops, so I can use them at least. Oh, he's still alive! And now I'm shocked. That's annoying. Another one dead. Well, we managed to gain another level at least, so that's good news. Right, so I've got 3 stat points to distribute. Again, that could be useful. I might go with those 3 for now. So this body's overflowing with power. Yay! HP recovered. Awesome, that's great news. He's good with MP. Right, well I can't go through there because... oh. Yeah, we're definitely playing an SMT title, aren't we, people? We're playing an SMT title. It looks like this game has level scaling because, as you can see now, we're now doing more damage. And the moves seem to be taking less damage off us. But it's still irritating. So it makes me wonder, because obviously earlier on we could buy ammo, so it makes me wonder if there's a way to essentially be able to switch back to human form. It's quite funny you should mention that about SMT with our demons lining up to fight me. Recently, the YouTuber by the name of Heavenly M did a video about what kind of persona player are you, and one of them was the dungeon crawler. Yay! Complete heal, awesome, great news. And she got HP back too. And basically, one of the choices was Dungeon Crawler, and it had a picture of Best Girl Hifumi as the avatar for the player, and it then said the amazing. It was amazing because it then goes, "You're one of those people who play Persona, and you thought it was kind of cool, but when we saw there was 6 hours of talking between the dungeons, you got really annoyed and kept wanting to quit. You stuck it out for the sake of it, but you ended up doing lots of grinding just to keep yourself sane." So I was saying to myself, you've been watching my streams, haven't you? Not only do you choose Hifumi as the avatar for the player, but you completely perfectly described my experience playing Persona 5 Royal. Because you were all there when I did those streams where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go through Mementos for the next hour to end the stream, wind down, guys. That was me in my dungeon crawler mode saying, I want to take my time. Ah, so it lets me teleport back to the start of the dungeon. Okay, that's useful to know. So if I haven't got the full heal. Oh, it's Sylph, who Alp, sorry, not Sylph. Used her for a while in Persona 3. Well, that's kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's not cost us any MP or HP. Heat is so close to leveling up, but he's not quite there yet. So we are very much back in the Nocturne days there, people. Yeah, so you like to grind for loot, and you do it because you can do it, not really to worry about the storylines. Let's say the grinding can be quite relaxing. It's how I managed to get Parasite Eve in a sane way. Yeah! Raise the wall! Right, but now what I can do is that upstairs area, I can now get to it. What I did was I went ahead of the game. That's what I did. As soon as I saw that there's a presence ahead, it made me think there was a boss fight coming. So obviously I wanted to prepare for the boss fight. And right, let's pick these off. I'm going to try and use physical attacks to save MP. Yeah, that's fine. It's like, some of these designs are quite unique. It's a shame that we never saw them again. Or at least I don't think we have. Oh, that's cool. We got a random stat boost. That's interesting. So there's even that side of it too. Not only is it about getting items. Right, here we go. There's a voice in my head. It keeps saying, devour. Keep devouring. Devour more. Yeah. Ah, it's Basilisk. By exploring its weaknesses, you will do critical damage and retain your turn icons. When you attack blindly and the enemy dodges your attacks, your turn icons will disappear. The same is true for the enemy. Learn enemy's characteristics and use that knowledge to your advantage. Okay, I mean I can use Analyze, see if it'll work. Oh, it's Cockatrice, not Basilisk. Yeah, ice is its weakness, and now that it's frozen, yeah, that'll cause a critical damage. In terms of a tutorial fight, that was one of the most forgiving I've ever seen. I'm guessing there's a way down from this side, because otherwise if we drop the wall, how do we get back down? That's the question. Oh wait, there's a ladder. I can see the ladder right there. Right, yeah, so that's the way, but that's the way back to the save point. And no, it wasn't for the experience. That wasn't the reason I came through here. Find out what their weakness is. Ah, so they're strong against electric and earth, and that's it really, so it's only moves that they have. I love the little tail whip that they did, that was kind of cute. What's the master? What's that done? Hitler. Oh! Ah, right. So that's how it goes. They literally have the bar, and that's when you learn the new skill. So he's learned Argy and Void Fire. So that's how you get it by accumulating output. Ah, right. Skills cannot be used until they have been set. Oh, so you have to actually set the skill. So if we go to Heat. Ah, that's how. That's interesting. Ah, there it is. Right, annoyingly you have to go left and right to select them. And then you can put them through. And so basically you can customise your skills as you go. That's very interesting. That's making me feel a bit like in SMT 5 when you could use the essences to change the skills, but it seems here they're actually retained in the skill bank, so you don't like overwrite them and lose them. So that's an interesting mechanic in that you're constantly looking around for the best places to like essentially find your roots, so to speak. Meanwhile, Harrison is saying, "Hi Swish, we are here with SMT, the winner of the poll." Indeed. Unfortunately, we did have a few performance issues where it was getting very slow and jerky earlier on. I'm not entirely sure why that is, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a crapshoot in terms of whether we're going to have decent performance. But it's playable, and it has a style very similar to Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, which is not much of a surprise because it did come out in the same era. This came out in 2004, I think, so it came out literally a year after Nocturne. And you can clearly see where a lot of the character designs and that are exactly the same. None of that's a bad thing. So I mean, oh, they've got the initiative. Oh, put one of us to sleep. That's annoying. That's irritating. Avian, what are you trying to say about me? Because what you're saying is probably correct. Let's take Al part of the battle so she can't heal anybody. Ah, so fire is his weakness. That kind of makes sense because he's an ice character. Like, watch this now. If I use Bufu, their weakness. Also means I can always use Void Fire as a way to get around it. Life terminal. Ah, so basically you can pay Maka to restore your characters. Well, that's worth it. That's awesome. But that also tells you we're about to face a boss. There's no way that'd be a mechanic without it. You know what I mean? So Sammy, I do apologise for the issues earlier on where we were having to stop the stream briefly and keep coming back to it. As I say, it's just one of those annoying things. But the advantage is now that we've managed to get through that as best as we can see so thus far. What's down the stairs this way? Ah, there's a looks like a Maka wall. Very similar to inside the Amala network, those where we couldn't get through them. And I'm guessing the same thing's going to be true here. Ah, but there is a stairwell this side. Oh, it's slime! We got a slime and a praetor. I get the feeling the slime's going to be weak to fire. So I'm going to try that. And I was right. And it's also frightened him, whatever that does. Well, if he was frightened, he wasn't that afraid, was he? And interestingly, slime is a fiend in this game. Yay! 2 level ups. So now I can distribute my stats again. Magic needs to be increased, I think. Vitality. It might increase speed actually. Yeah, we'll do that. Source body is overflowing with power and we've recovered HP. Fantastic. A nice one, she got luck boost. Awesome. Oh. Oh, it's these guys. I want eat. Find out if they've got any weaknesses. They're weak to ice and expel, but they know fire. Now the problem is they've got Miragi and they void ice as well. So let's see what they do. Yeah, this is going to hurt. It didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. I'm surprised. Because of the press term, they were able to void ice. So I'm just not going to bother using it. Heat has lowered up again, which is cool. They say, I was checking, you say that you think this is awesome because it's like the retro feel from the PS2 era. If you get the chance, check out my Let's Play of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, because even though that was a PS5 stream, the game is a PS2 game, so it's basically updated, but the graphics retain the same look of the PS2. And if you like that, on Steam you can play Persona 4 Golden, and that's coming to Xbox Game Pass in January, I believe, and that has the same feel. It's a PS2 title that's been upscaled to HD, and it looks and plays amazingly well. So if you've got Game Pass or just even like, modern Xbox and you want to get a copy, well worth playing. My favourite Persona personally, that one, Persona 4. Oh, we can't use the map here. Oh, we've come out somewhere. Are we back in the main area? No, we're not, but there is some loot up here. Another Soma drop, that's cool. Now this music reminds me of an old jazz bar, all of a sudden. Can you imagine, like, an old speakeasy where you go underground and you all start playing cards and smoking cigars and all that kind of jazz. Anyone who's like watched musicals like Chicago will know what I mean by that. Yes, you spied a Persona game on Switch. It could have been either Persona 5 Strikers or Persona 5 Royal, because they've been ported now to the Switch. Persona 5 Strikers have been there for a while, and Persona 5 Royal is a new release. Right, so I found a way out to the back, but it's not where we're supposed to be going, so let's go back this way. Which Persona game is your favourite, Avian? Knowing you, it'll be Revelations Persona, the first one. And no worries, if you gotta get back to work, that's absolutely fine. Catch you later. Actually, no, it's Persona 4, it's Persona 5 Dancing All Night. Why did they try and bite her in the crotch? That's just minging. So there's the performance issues again, people. It's almost like it's trying to load data that isn't there, if you know what I mean. But I must say, this is actually quite an easy way to grind cash. And I'm not far off leveling up, so I might quickly get a couple of levels in while I can here. So I've had to make a slight adjustment to the stream, which is frustrating, but it's all well and good. We're all in play. And the main thing is you've got a nice clear aspect resolution, and I'm hoping that by playing it in the way I am, it's going to mitigate against the worst of the slowdown. Yep, there's Alp. I mean, the fact that you've got like a little terminal where what's Surf learned? Surf has learned Devour and Hell Thrust. In Shin Megami Tensei 5, Hell Thrust is a really big skill. It's like a physical skill that ignores defences, basically. Here, it's less so. One's called Hunt and one's called Fizz Damage. I'm curious to see what they do. This is the old technique. Couple of slimes. Irritating when they get the first move like that. It's very annoying. Yeah, that's another weakness. Thought it might have been. Let's get a couple of press turns. I was really hoping that'd be enough to finish it off, but not this time. Yeah, so I mean, I know you're not really supposed to grind, but because the levels so far are coming quite easily, I'm going to quickly just get a couple up if I can, because that way it means that we're going to be stronger. Clean sweep. So I've got more stats to do. I'm going to raise those 3 for now. And it's overflowing power. Yay, HP. Thank you very much. Let's go to cross turn. I like cross turns. Especially if we can do that and finish the fight. Ah, that's why I didn't see what she did. She didn't level up. Oh, here we go. Slow down again, unfortunately, people. Not much you can do about that. But so yeah, this is very much, I feel very much like I'm playing Nocturne again. It's interesting how they go for this kind of like futuristic tribes kind of battle though. Makes me think of the likes of the Maze Runner books, or there was another series, I can't remember what it was called, where I can't remember. It's going to annoy you. I read a book of a similar kind. They give you that kind of environment, but obviously not the same kind of plotline. The fact that we're devouring enemies, though, unfortunately means we're in werewolf territory as well. Something about the early 2000s and fascinations with things like vampires and werewolves. I don't know why. So it's a rather cheap way to get experience, but it's working. As Heavenly M said in his "What kind of Persona player are you?" I'm very much the dungeon crawler. Good stats. Although his magic is lacking. His magic is lacking behind. He's very much our physical tank. Heat. Name's fitting for that, really, isn't he? You know, you get hot-headed, that kind of style. A couple of slimes. Ah, he's called another praetor. That's annoying. Oh, excellent. That'll do. Get out of here. You lose. And the great thing is, it's also getting us Macca. And it's costing like 50 Macca to restore our health each time in our MP. So this is one of the easiest ways to level grind if you want to basically, I won't say cheese the game, because obviously I've not seen what lies in wait, but it certainly gives you an edge. And no, I'm not planning to do one of those streams. Can you reach level 99 in the first dungeon in Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga? The answer is yes, you can. But it would drive you insane with the amount of grinding you would have to do. You'd have to grind almost as much as you do for cars in Gran Turismo 7. Nothing is grindier than that. Except maybe those mobile games, now I think about it. You know, games like Raid Shadow Legends and all that lot. There's a question for all you people in the audience. What's the grindiest game you've ever played? What game felt like a proper grind, a chore to get through? Oh, you're not wrong, Avian. You're absolutely not wrong. People will do it. I was one of those on Gran Turismo 7 who exploited the SRT Tomahawk on Tokyo Expressway before they nerfed the glitch that got around the settings that wouldn't let you use the car. I was one of the people doing it. Chris will tell you, he sat in a PSN party with me for 3.5 hours and all I did was the same race over and over again. Never been so bored in all my life. There's a reason I haven't played that game in months, by the way. There's a very good reason for it. So look at this restore. 131, 18 and 6. So that actually cost me less Macca than I got from the last fight to be able to restore everyone's health to full and MP. Is Chocobo Mystery Dungeon a bit of a grind feast as well, Avian? Is that what it's like? I've not actually played that game, but I think it's on PS Plus Premium actually. It's one of the games. And actually, Obama, you say you enjoy grinding and the only game you can remember being a chore was the first Breath of... Oh god, yes! The first two Breath of Fire games, they were so hard! Breath of Fire 3 on the PS1 is one of my favourite JRPGs of all time, but Breath of Fire 1 and 2, my god, they were next level brutal. They were really hard. As I say, this way of taking advantage of the early game to be able to get some grinds in is not a bad idea. I maybe sound a bit like Tony Hawk and yeah, get the grinds in. So you're trying to get the different jobs of chocobos in that game and you got like the free ones, so yeah, so you got a few more jobs to complete, yeah. So yeah, there was one guide that you read that was like a paper one, like a proper old school guide, advising that you need to grind but the experience was low. Yeah, there's nothing worse than having to grind when the EXP payout is too poor. I've been a victim of that myself on some games. I mean, if you can do something alongside it to mitigate it, it's not so bad. I mean, again, going back to my favourite Final Fantasy VII strategy of train graveyard until level 24 or 23. 99 ethers, a load of striking stats for a best girl era to use, a load of magic at like level 2 instead of level 1, which made some of the boss fights afterwards a complete breeze. I mean, I was the guy as well, who, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, I was the guy who would get strong enough so that I could have my characters in the back row and fight them mid-jar Zolan to have beta before I went to Junon for the first time. Right, okay, we're going to go for strength, vitality, and I'm going to raise agility as well this time. As overflow of power we got. Oh, nice one, the magic increased as well, excellent. I do like that you can randomly get boosts to your stats, that's really kind of cool. It's just such a nice little feature, because like normally you just, you get like, you know, the ability to like get healing or money. To get your health up and your characters is great. Final Fantasy Tactics, yes! That was a great game, Final Fantasy Tactics. It was hard, but it was great. They say that was tactical RPGs. A genre which isn't as popular as it should be. One of my favourite games in that genre was probably a little known by most people, Vandal Hearts. That was a fantastic game, I love that. So what I'm going to do is just going to get Heat up as well, get his level up, and then after that we will carry on. So the grind will be over soon, people. What was it on the DS, Avian? I always remember it being on the PS1. I don't remember it coming out on the DS. That's awesome. I mean, speaking of the DS, by the way, I'm hoping in the new year to go back to do a couple more streams for the DS, and I'm probably going to put a poll in the community tab for it. I'm probably going to wait until about February time for it, get a couple of months out of the way. Excellent, that was a really good boost for Arkilla. I'm basically thinking of doing a poll where the vote is going to be between Shin Megami Tensei 4 and Persona Q. They're DS games that I need to play. The Disgaea games. I remember playing I think it was one of my housemates had the original back in the day. And it was, I remember it because the character Lahal was voiced by the voice actor who did Chucky in the Rugrats. And Tara Strong was the voice of the other character. I can't remember what the character's name was. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be at like this higher level, but it's worth getting to that position. I mean, I know the basic gist of how Persona Q works, and my friend Nerdy Hound has got a copy physically for his DS. And what I've seen of it is kind of interesting. It's like an old school Persona game, but with the casts of 3 and 4. I don't know how that actually works. I've no idea how the characters come to interact, and that's why I want to play it. Of course, if I play Persona Q, I'd have to play Persona Q2 as well. And if I do Shin Megami Tensei 4, I'd have to do 4 Apocalypse, so there's quite a lot of games that would lead to. And I also, at some point, need to go back to the original Soul Hackers, purely because once I've got strong enough, I want to take on that super boss at the top of the Hotel Seaview. I've seen it in New Game Plus. I've not actually fought it, I don't know what boss it is, but I have a theory about who that boss would be. My theory is that super boss that's waiting for me at the top of that hotel is Raido Kuzunoha. That's who I think he's waiting. Yeah, see, that's just irritating. Oh, especially when I miss like that, that's really annoying. Yeah, that's what you get for dodging my attack. Yeah, but that's the reason I want to play it, Bahamut. I mean, I appreciate it's probably the same as Persona Q, but the fact that it's got like the newer cast and some improvements, and that's why I want to play. I want to see how the plot line works for that. I know very little about it, and that's for the best, really, because I don't want to know. I don't want any spoilers. And there we are, finally leveled up. Awesome. And his body's overflowing with power, and he's got HP back. Cool, so what I'll do now is I will quickly save our game, and then I'll carry on. You're not wrong there, Bahamut. Yeah, Praetor's dance hasn't changed, has it? I don't know what Praetor's dance was like in the original old school SMT and Megaton games, but I definitely have seen that before, you're right. I just wish that, speaking of like classic Megaton, apparently Shin Megami Tensei, the original, is coming out in Japan on the Sega Mega Drive Mega CD flashback console the Sega are releasing, and it's not coming to the West. It's never been translated, that version of it. It'd be so nice to play it. The chases of fire, the embryon. Oh, right. Okay, well that's telling me to use Void Ice. Fine, let's do it. I had a feeling they'd be weak to fire. Then Pusa is frightened. I like the fact the game just told me outright what their attack was going to be. Decent experience, a couple of chakra drops too. Speaking of items, let's see what I've got in there. So you can see I've now got quite a lot of rations, quite a lot of chakra drops, soma drops as well. So it's quite good. Actually, the only thing I've not got much is the status ones. Yeah, I think it more than likely will be a one-time skill, because you block it basically. A familiar presence can be felt beyond the door. Open the door? Yes. Get away from me! He's determined not to face us. Right, I know that he went through that door, so I want to find out what's through here. Because I'm a rebel. I'm a dungeon crawler, I want to go my own way. Ah, so now we've got Impusa and... right, do I go for Void Ice again? Or maybe I can go to finish her off quickly. Because if we can use RG... Oh! That's just typical, but that's helpful. Okay, that could have been much worse than it was. Let's be fair here. But that's annoying. Try again, mate. That's more like it, thank you very much. And I remember that he was weak to ice, but I'm going to try and damage it. Quite powerful, but nothing seriously dangerous to write home about. Okay, so what's up the stairs then? Again, the game's probably like, oi, get back to chasing him down. And I'm like, no. I want to go my own way, thank you very much. Oh, what's that? Oh, chain the charge shot. What's a charge shot? Right, so it's not that, is it a type of ammo? Ah, yes! So you can change the ammo. Okay, that's interesting to know. I don't know what I've done. Let's try and do the fire move again. Oh, once again he's missed. I think his agility must be too low. Oh, that's annoying. They went full on press turn on me then. Well played, game. Very well played. I like that though. I like the fact that the game was able to take advantage and make things work. Because as you know, RNG in an SMT game is always going to be weighted towards the computer. But I like the fact that they took advantage. And again, it's nice to show that it's not one-way traffic. I must say, I've always been a fan of the press turn system. I really like the press turn system because I like the fact that the game has the option to take, like here for example, you can see it kind of missed its chance to cause some serious damage because it went to attack Surf rather than attacking Heat. But I like the fact that it knew where the weaknesses were and how to use them. It's good that you don't just get it's not a case of just getting a pass, you know what I mean? It's not like you can just be put straight back in charge again. Oh, missed. If anything, it's good that I didn't use any magic that turn, so save the MP. And again, the great thing is we're getting absolutely overloaded on rations, so that's really useful. Rations, of course, probably this game's equivalent of the life stones from SMT5 and SMT3. Ah, right, okay, this time I am going to use Void Ice. Purely because there's multiple of them. Especially if we can get an attack in like that, which makes things a bit easier. That caused quite a bit of damage, but again, it's nothing that is getting me concerned. Is this going to be enough to finish it? Yes. I might actually use a ration on Heat, just because I can. I've got them available, I should use them. Ah, there's another switch there. Ah. It's annoying to be the first ones attacked. It's quite frustrating. But now that we've got 2 press turns, I've got the most MP. I say I purely because I'm controlling the protagonist. It's not because I've been able to rename the character or anything. In fact, that's interesting. I think this is the first time I've played any of the Mega 10 or Persona games where I can't name the protagonist. I don't think I've ever actually had that before, now I think about it. I think that might be a first. It's an interesting first as well. Oh, quite a lot of Praetors. This could get quite annoying quite quickly. This is where we need to try and take advantage of cross turns if possible. Excellent, another level up. Right, magic is definitely going to be important. I could really do with luck, actually. I'm going to go with a different style there. So I suppose I'll flow with power. Yay! Complete heal. Awesome. That's great. Let's see what happens. Ha 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 ha! Okay, that's interesting. I sent him a different way. I wasn't expecting that to happen. He's determined to get away from us, and I'm just like, no you don't, mate. You definitely see why the experience is slowing down now that we're getting stronger. Oh, the door won't open. Someone or something is pressing from the other side. Okay. Oh, there we are. Brief moment of slowdown. That's a great start. Oh, well, there we go. That's the way to do it. More of that, please. Great way to level up our Gila. And overflow with power. She's got MP back, that's helpful. Right, so this is the only door we've not been through. So let's find out what's going on. Yeah, we definitely have the high. They've gone for void ice, so we can no longer hit them with ice moves. Oh, just as well. Fine. We ended up wasting the turn. I'm just checking in case there are any treasure boxes. I'm not seeing anything around there. There's a lot of boxes, but there's nothing in them. Ah, that's right, this is where we forced them through, wasn't it? Let's kill you first. Oh, he's still alive, come on. They have quite high physical strength, these characters. They also have quite low vitality, so it's not too bad. They're the kind of enemies where you want an all physical attack move. Like Deathbound, for example. Or Hassel Toby. Physical attacks. Try to avoid wasting any MP here. So he's determined to run away from us. So I'm quite impressed so far. This has been a really kind of relaxing kind of JRPG to play. I've been enjoying it. Of course, for those of you who aren't aware, originally when I was first doing my 24-hour live stream, I was actually going to play this game. I was going to do this as my first ever foray into Shin Megami Tensei, the main line. But it was only when I remembered that the charity I was doing it for was Crisis, and that made me remember the legendary Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. And unfortunately, thanks to YouTube's policy, that stream is lost forever. It's officially lost media, that. Unless some random content creator somewhere was recording it. Now I am going to quickly get the level up for Heat while I can here, because he's only got to get another 30 odd experience. So So I might as well finish him off, get his level up. Especially with the fact that we've got a... right by us, we've got a place to restore our healing and get our MP and HP back. It's important that we do that where we can, so that we don't find ourselves just running out of resources. There we go. The press turns were definitely in our favour that time. As I say, for those of you who watched the Demi-Fiend duel that time will be aware of just how brutal the press turns can be if you get it wrong and the enemy exploits them. Getting Gaia Raged, for example. Oh, that's not fun. That really is not fun. Demi-Fiend is forever in the rearview mirror thanks to Shin Megami Tensei 5. Well, I say forever, who knows? We might find him cropping up as an enemy somewhere in another game. But yeah, now, one day I will do a Super Bosses special where I record doing not only the Soul Hackers 1 secret boss, but also having another go at the one that waited in Soul Hackers 2 at the base of the DLC area. I don't want to say what that demon is because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's not got there yet, or anyone who plans to watch my attempt at beating it. Sounds can be heard from within the room. Open the door? Well, yeah. I've got a grind spot if it turns out I'm under leveled.
Stay away.
Harley, tell us what's going on.
That is not important. Who exactly is the girl?
What girl? Please don't. I don't know anything. I'm telling you the truth.
Why don't you know? We were the only ones on the battlefield. Now who is the girl? Where did she come from? Answer me, Harley. Why the hell can't I get that girl out of my mind?
Please. I really don't know.
Oh, wow. That was not necessary.
I see now. There is one thing I finally understand. In this world, it's eat or be eaten!
Here we go, boss transformation time. Oh, is that a zebra? It's a zebra wearing a straitjacket. Am I the only one seeing this? A zebra wearing a straitjacket is your demon form? Fine, okay. I'm confused, but okay. Ah, it turns out that's your weakness. Yeah, unicorn weird zebra. That's probably the way to describe it, Avian. Damn it, you bastards! Can't say I'm surprised. That's what I'd have done if I was him. Ah, you can't devour him. Okay, makes sense. Oh dear, I should have used Void Fire. That hurt, but not as much as I thought it would. Right, okay. I can't use Void Fire. Right. Question is this voided still? No, it's not. Right, so it works for that turn only. That's useful to know. I'll roast your flesh till it's nice and tender! Right, so he's gone for that, which is irritating. If that's the way it's going to do the damage, then I'm just going to try and counteract it. Yep. Sorry to say, that was a waste of a turn. Oh, that was enough to kill him. Why did he burn after I used ice?
Harley didn't know anything. Let's get out of here.
I feel so weak. Surf, we must get back to the base.
What an annoying woman. Well, if she changed her mind, let's grab that guy over there. Get back to the base. Ah, freezer burn. Yep, okay, fair enough. Harley is dead. We will follow the embryon. New leader. Are you adequately supplied? Use the vendor efficiently to avoid being injured in battle. What do you want to do? Could get a couple of these actually. I've got plenty of money, so it's worth it. Could also do getting 5 of these because they're worth 1,000 mecha. I'll get another 5 of those. And then we'll get another... let's get 5 of those, worth it. There we go. Ammo wise, we can use shot shell. Might as well buy it because I can afford it. I don't know what I'm using that for. I've not actually used guns yet. It makes me wonder how I use them. Unless there's a point in the game where we don't use our beast forms. And if that's the case, then at least we now understand how that works. Right, so let's go to our territory. The Muldara. Harley's been defeated? Our leader is truly strong. The Vanguards fell to only 3 members of the Embryon. Yeah, which doesn't make sense. There were so few of them knocking around. Pay attention to battle formation. Formation changed all of your battle strategy. There's a way to change your battle? Ah, so you can see we've got support 1 and 2. That's interesting. I'm sure that our mechanic will get explained later on. Are you feeling any better? Well, is there anything you want to know, sir? No. Uh-oh. We're being attacked by a demon that's able to outrun us.
Heat. That is Gale.
So, you're hungry, Gale? Wanna eat me?
It's not that girl.
To the truth, Shanti, Shanti. Divine light, our heart cries out to you, deliver us from the dark and give us hope. May you fill us with your undying love, Shanti.
Okay, we've got a demon tamer.
What in the hell was that?
A song.
That was a song?
Yes, a song.
Tell me, who are you?
My name is Sarah. I've come to help everyone.
Okay, Sarah.
Came to help us? From where? I don't know. I can't remember. I just know that I'm here to help everyone.
But you tell me, mate. This singer can apparently change people back from beast form. I guess.
Your explanation is flawed. We know nothing about you. You say that you remember nothing. Why then would you help us? I do not comprehend.
I'm sorry. The thing is, I've heard that song somewhere.
I have too. Yeah, same here.
I have not. I do not comprehend.
I'm sorry. But as long as she's here, we'll be safe from one another. We may even be able to return to normal.
You felt that hunger. You felt that power inside of you. All of us have changed, so deal with it.
So, we'll be this way forever?
Regardless, nothing has been resolved. The Karma Temple will identify.
Huh?
This is a transmission from the Karma Temple. All tribe leaders are to report to the temple immediately.
For what purpose, dissemination machine?
Questions of this nature are not permitted.
How convenient.
Report to the temple immediately.
So the god out of the machine has come real here, people. And yes, humanity, you think it's kind of like predestined Sophie? Maybe. I guess we'll find out as the game progresses, Bahamut. They summon every leader? That isn't normal. I'm sorry. I really don't remember anything. Now we've got the very slow rendition here. As long as that girl remains with us, we won't have to worry about devouring our own tribe. Do not question orders from the temple, Seraph. You must go to the temple. It may shed light on who Sarah is, but what's going on. Sarah. Her name is Sarah. Yes. Yes, it is. So that is going to... so you're as blind as I am, Fritzel. From this point on, it is a revelation. You've no idea what's happening with it. Well, in that case, then, let's enjoy the journey and see what's going to happen. All we know is it's something to do with the temple. As for what's in the temple, I've no idea. I can save my characters. Actually, before I do that, I'll hit restore and take advantage of that. See, that's cheap. That felt very cheap. But of course, I've got 3 characters on level 8. If the other characters are all level 1, then I'm going to have the chore of leveling them up, which is going to be rather awkward. But we'll manage. That's what we do. This was the exit route here, wasn't it? Yep. He and I don't sound the same. He is far harsher than before, and we're now different to him I seen to him. Haven't I always talked like this? It's an interesting idea. How dare he call us up like that? At least they can fill us in about Sarah. They do manage the entire junkyard. They better not tell us that they don't know anything. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Heat. We need to know. Everyone is acting illogically after being touched by the light. What is this strange mark? It's sensitive to questions. So her name is Sarah. Her hair still bothers me. The fact that she can, like, somehow control people's minds with song gunners, come from outer space is not a problem, but she's got black hair. Oh, major red flag now. Oh, now it's on. Surf and the party feel hungry. They grew weak from hunger. What do you mean they grew weak from hunger? Right, well, if there's a mechanic for eating food, where do we get it? Is it purely from killing enemies? Let's go to the temple and maybe we can find some answers there. Area under the Karma Temple's jurisdiction, well, that's gotta be it. The Sarasara. Yeah, the Sahasrara. The Sahasrara, I think. No camera control at this point. People from all tribes come here to gather information, sir. That is why fighting is forbidden. Yeah, a floating temple like that is not in any way ominous, right? Everyone has arrived. Calling all tribe bosses at once is unprecedented. The temple must have a very important message. Yes, the important message is that you are the Reach, and may the 75th Hunger Games begin! What is this? It's that animal. It peers at you through deep silver eyes. Yeah, it's Goto, that's why. There's food all around us. Maybe there is, but we can't consume it because we're not allowed to fight in here. The lack of camera control here is kind of weird, with the way that surf just seems to disappear into the background there then. That's just a light, you can't grab it. I was hoping it might be a treasure box, but not this time. Ah, more people. So, you're the one marked with the Water Crown brand. The man that destroyed the Vanguards. I came here to size you up myself, Bet you're just a skinny little pretty boy. But that's the strength behind those eyes of yours. You changed early like me, didn't you? Yeah, may fortune be in your favour. Was it fortune? No, it's may the odds be ever in your favour. Not fortune. May the odds be ever in your favour. I still love how Suzanne Collins claims that that book came from watching news one time and flicking between the news and kids doing a game show, and she saw this idea of kids like on a game show for war. Whereas everybody else goes, nah, you watched a Japanese film, Battle Royale, and found a way to rip it off. And I don't blame her, to be fair, because Battle Royale is an amazing film. And it has all the rich opportunities for lore, so I understand why, if that's where it came from. Not that I can outright accuse her of plagiarism, of course. That would be nefarious and unfounded and dangerous and get me in legal trouble. But you can definitely see the moments where certain tropes were followed, shall we say. So those books weren't completely terrible as well, to be fair. I have read much worse. Twilight. Yes, I actually did read one of those books. I wanted to rip my eyes out with a spoon afterwards. A ceasefire is strictly enforced in this area. All conflict is prohibited. This area has been designated by the Karma Temple as a free area. So put your gun away. You're the Embryon's leader. You're no match for Lupa. It doesn't matter how many tribes you defeat. We brutes are number one. Now, the characters here all have that very edgy, grey, futuristic design, don't they? In many ways, it's kind of similar to Revelation's Persona in that respect. Yes, tropes are indeed everywhere. Go on then, let's get on the railway. One second, people. Just have to make a slight adjustment. Nothing serious. So apologies. Only tribe leaders are permitted to enter the temple at this time. Do you wish to enter? Well, there's fuck all else to do out here, so let's go. That's the edgelord haircut. Cover one eye with your thing. Cornrow braids? Almost like kind of like a major gangster. And there's Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. Even has the blue eyes. There's Aloy from Horizon Forbidden West. Oh, what the really?
Everyone is present. Why have we been summoned, Dissemination Machine?
No answer to your query is available. There are no pertinent issues to be addressed at this time.
Then why the fuck are we here?
I do not understand this. The temple summoned...
I summoned you.
Oh. What the fuck? It's someone of Sagiri.
I am the one you invoke as you gaze at the heavens.
Angel.
Listen closely, as there is not much time. Mark these words as the temple's new commandment.
Soon, the laws of nature governing this world shall regress to a more primal state of being. The key lies in the Atma you have gained. Atma is the power of demons, signified by the brands upon your flesh. A demon gains power by feeding. Rend, slaughter, devour your enemies. There is no other way to survive. You cannot escape your hunger, warriors of purgatory.
What is a demon?
The essence of your new selves, your karma. You cannot yet understand. If you wish to learn the truth, slay those assembled here.
Oh God, I was reading the script again.
All that you desire shall be granted in Nirvana.
Let the Hunger Games begin.
End the stalemate with your newly awakened powers and fulfill my commandment at once.
You speak words that we do not understand. Aside from our new power, nothing has changed.
Incorrect. There is one addendum. The black-haired girl. One tribe will conquer this purgatory and seize the black-haired girl. Nirvana shall open its gates to this tribe alone.
Great, that's my tribe. We've got her.
You. Remember, if you plunge on truth, Sarah, repent to Nirvana, devouring everyone in your path.
I pissed her off. The god just swore at me.
Critical system update. The temple acknowledges demon existence. System inquiry. Review this information, child of purgatory.
He says there's a lot of Hinduism vibes in this game. The Karma Temple now offers battle skill programs called mantras. Mantra obtained by downloading them from the Karma terminals in each area. Okay. A demon is a person's Atma or true character. Everything born of God holds the informational possibility of demons. The virus is merely a trigger. Do you wish to know more? Karma is the sum of your deeds in this life. The more demons hunted and devoured, the more karma gained. Karma is the source of strength. Demons must consume magnetite in order to survive. So there's the Soul Hackers reference, people. Magnetite's in this game now, apparently. All things contain traces of this informational construct, but humans and demons require great energy. The only way to preserve the information of one's existence is to devour one's enemies. Demons are influenced by informational noise. Hunting is also affected by fluctuations of solar noise. Well, that's told me fuck all. Devour others to gain karma and become the strongest being, child of purgatory, one who devours. You still not finished August one more. I won't spoil it, I won't say what happened. I was surprised when I did finish it. I was surprised I was in the area where the final... what ended up being the final area, final boss. I really like the original Soul Hackers. Soul Hackers 2 I liked, but I don't like it as a sequel. It doesn't quite live up to the title of Soul Hackers. If it was his own game, it wouldn't be a problem. You've never encountered a tribe of our strength. Doesn't matter how the laws change, we brutes are number one! That guy's me, he's the East End thug. Ah, there's the save point. Sir, they've begun providing mantras. If you utilize hunt skills, you should be able to master them. Why don't you try downloading the mantras from this terminal? I was going to save my game, so that's helpful actually. The skills can be learned and determined by upgrades known as mantras. Atma points earned in battle are used to master mantras and gain skills. By mastering mantras, additional mantras become available for download. Select Get Mantra at the terminal to download the mantra for each party member. Oh, is this? Ah! So you can... So this is very similar to the... It's like a skill, basically. And it has prices, so you can get physical attack skills or hunt and physical attack skills. And this is Demon Beast, because 4,000 Maca. Wow, that's expensive. That's expensive. Out of curiosity, what's available for the others? He's got Fire Magic, or up here, Physical Attack. Yeah, it's like a massive skill tree. Look at all the skills available. And you can get like Ice Magic skills or Bolt Magic skills. This is pretty interesting to say the least. So if I have ice, I could pay 2,500 to get ice ones. Ah, so it's Mabafu and ice boost. Oh, okay. Does that then change the skills, I wonder? If I quickly back out. And also I'll save my game. Use another slot for it while I can. It makes me wonder if this is like choosing your Magatama in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. So if I go to Mantra... Yeah, you can see there, it's changed my character. So it's now got Ice Boost and that, and if I go to my set skills... Yeah, see, so it's good. I'd have to... Like, what I have to do is learn them, I think. So they're now in my deck for the skills that I'm going to learn. So they're the ones that are next to come. That's very interesting. So there's a lot more thought involved on this one in terms of where we go with it. So it is exactly like basically it is exactly the same as the changing your Magtama in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. So you can definitely see where that was. So it's like, you know, it's like I can pay 2,500 for him to get higher magic skills for his fire, which is worth it. I'm going to need to get myself some more things. I've finally got Argila, who at the moment they're hunting physical attack skills. But I imagine that she's got protection. That one costs 10,000 Maca. I've not got that. Whereas that's ailment inducing skills. That's 3,000 Maca, but you can see, look at those: Void Charm, Void Panic, Dream Haze and Foul Breath. Be useful to get some status changes, so that's where we'll go with that. So yeah, so it's a nice idea. It's quite unique. I've not really seen that before in an SMT title. Again, if you go by SMT 3 Nocturne, once you've mastered the Magtama, you can then switch it back anytime you want to learn new skills and so forth. And then you've got the working Shin Megami Tensei 5 using the essences to be able to find your way across. Now, what I did find interesting was how it said there are different places to go across to get more terminals. So I think this is going to be like the Amala network kind of hub. And essentially, once we've got through one of the tribe leaders, I think we're going to find the path open up, which will allow us to get access to their rooms. That's what I think it's going to be. Yes, definitely. If it follows the SMT Nocturne, but we definitely need to hunt for buffs and debuffs. You're not wrong. That's something I am going to have to figure out. so far we're not seeing much of that, but again, it's normally the golden rule of SMT, isn't it? Your buffs and your debuffs are what will make your party live or die. Get out of my way. I ain't going to find the black-haired woman. I know where she is. So this is the mark of Adma, which means we're all demons. Apparently so, mate. I know the truth, man with the water crown brand. In demon form, you are weak to fire attacks. There's no use trying to hide it. Having the ability to analyze an enemy's weak point turns the tide in many battles. Something happened, didn't it? Heat, we need to get back to the headquarters. Just returning to headquarters without asking anything? Hey, what's the deal? I've already asked Plunter. Oh, big slowdown then. Adma, the power of the demons. It seems our tribe was not the only one to receive such power. Evidently not. Yep, the cat continues to stare at us but won't interact with us. Ah, no worries, mate. So you're going to go for dinner and then catch up any other time? No worries, mate. So you take care. The stream should be available pretty much after it's over tonight. We'll be on for about another half hour, I reckon. New information was released by the temple. Everyone is talking about Adma and the black-haired woman. Yes. And evidently black hair is so unique that you can just say the black-haired woman and everyone knows who you're looking for. Apologies, people. I've been awake for a while. Can we go around zero? I'm out of curiosity. Is there anything here? There's no telling what lies outside of our own. Take this with you. Oh, you gave us 5 rations. Well, thank you. This power is that of a demon. The temple issued information on the subject. Everyone's confused, sir. What are you talking about? It's the same old war. There's no difference between devouring and killing. So now we don't just kill people? We have to devour them too? Eat or be eaten? How can we possibly deserve something like this? You're not wrong, actually. The new law requires us to devour our enemies to become stronger. What is it, sir? I understand. That is good to hear. Well, it looks like there's not much else going on here at the moment. I thought this might be like a battle area or something like that, but apparently not. No matter. So let's go back to base. The marker results are assessed by the Karma Temple. The rating is based on efficient actions during battle. Of course you do, sir. Efficient actions, so it seems if you exploit more weaknesses, you get better rewards. I like that idea. Basically, you're encouraged to keep on battling the cross turns. Why would they simply not issue a summons? I mean, it'd be easier, wouldn't it? But it got all our attention by sending the light. I've not heard of this angel. Is it related to the black-haired girl? So this mark indicates our newly acquired powers. Come to think of it, I've never seen anyone with hair like Sarah's. And the color of her eyes. Where does she come from? I've actually explored through her, yeah. After the light, I woke up and the wall was there. I'd never seen such a thing. The game's like, you've already been through here. Stop trying to take over extra items. Don't be greedy. And I'm like, but I want the loot. I want the loot. Hey, speaking of loot, obtained another Soma drop. Awesome. And more loot. This time, a couple of dispoisons. So that's good. Because you can't get through this light, I don't think. Surf cannot pass through it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I get the feeling something's going to eventually unlock which will allow us to do that and get that navigation. But right now, we're stuck looking at it and finding it pretty. What's the deal, boss? When I become a demon, I'm very strong, but I can't deal with cold very well. I don't know if it's attacks that freeze the air or something. I do. So, a new option is available at the Karma terminals. A new option? What new, is that the get mantra? Yeah, it's the get mantra. So it's basically now saying we don't just have to go to the temple, we can do any of these walk points. So that's really useful. In fact, that's incredibly useful. Sir, are you aware that the temple is looking for cells? You can exchange cells for Mecca at the temple. The temple has not yet defined its properties, but that information is not necessary for us. Simply exchange your marker at the vendor wherever you find it. So I'm guessing they're battery cells? Can't think of much else there'd be. Nothing else in here, is there? I'm guessing there's going to be something in the group room in a moment. There'll be a scene for us. It makes the most sense anyway. Yeah, that was just loot I've already grabbed, so we can't take that again. Into the strategy room.
If we want to know about Sarah, bring her to Nirvana. Is that all she had to say?
Angel. I do not know this name.
You truly remember nothing?
I'm very sorry. Atma. Child of purgatory? Now what do we do?
Eat. Go on, let's make a choice. Let's go with we'll head to Nirvana.
Nothing's changed. We'll crush the other tribes and reach Nirvana. By using this new power.
I have no objections. Our goal remains the same.
I am in Sarah's debt.
I just want to be normal. I'll do anything to find a cure for this curse.
It is decided. Allow me to propose a plan.
Here we go. Has it got a strategy?
As we are aware, there is only one way to reach Nirvana. That is to defeat the 5 other ruling tribes and present ourselves to the temple. The largest tribe, the Brutes, is presently struggling against the Wolves. It is unclear whether the Solids or Maribel pose the next greatest threat. As for us, though we defeated the vanguards, we are severely lacking in manpower.
Who cares? We'll devour them one by one.
Easier said than done.
Agreed.
What's your plan?
If we feign an alliance with one of the weaker tribes and defeat their rival, we can then crush them afterward.
So we get to betray someone.
We're going to side with our enemy?
Until now, the tribes have relied solely on their own strength and resources. But an inflexible mind limits one's strategic options.
So our enemy's enemy is our friend? You've certainly changed.
You are the ones who have changed. Your emotions have clearly become unstable. I do not comprehend.
What about Sarah, then? I'm sure everyone's hot on her trail by now.
Cielo and I shall remain here. No one knows of her whereabouts. Hereafter, we should institute a policy of silence regarding Sarah's existence.
What is our leader's decision?
Do I get to make a decision? So here's where I can choose the route I decide to go. Obviously, the top option's a more law route, whereas the second one is a more chaos alignment route. Because this is a JRPG, they often rely on the idea of doing things to bring people together. So I'm actually going to go with the top option.
You're too naive. Kill them before they kill us.
First, we head to the Maribel's territory. Their boss is skilled, but the individual members are weak. It is advantageous for them to accept us, and defeating them will not pose a problem.
Yes, we don't have to kill them, we can fold them into our army. We're talking about being weak on manpower, so why would we kill everyone? I've made up my mind. If I let myself die, then I'll never be normal again. Well, yeah, if you're dead, you're kind of dead. That's pretty obvious. Hold on, Sarah. We'll make sure you regain your memories too. Angel. That name sounds familiar, but it should not. This is weighing a great deal on my mind. If Sarah had not been here, Gale would have devoured me. If doing this helps Sarah too, then I do not mind. I'm alright. I just have a small headache. I just want us to be together. Please don't do anything dangerous. Oh, come on! I've known you for less than 2.5 hours, and already you're talking about us being together. So is Sarah and Surf this game's canon ship now then? I wonder. Wouldn't surprise when you think about it. The protagonist and the strange girl from Beyond the Stars sounds like any other one. They came to face to face with a rare demon. It was close, but I devoured it in the end and gained a lot of marker. Ah, so there's treasure demons in this game too. Sir, it seems that a fresh stock of ammunition is now available. The regular bullets and explosives have been replaced by anti-demon rounds. They apparently have additional effects as well, such as fire, electricity, and so on. Stop by the vendor to see yourself. I will do, when I can get around to it. Sir, there is a message from the temple. It is an outline of the mantra system. Marker is required to gain mantras. If you want to strengthen your party, then each member will need their own mantra. As you can see, you will need to earn a lot of marker. Yep. In other words, the game is saying grind. Get used to the grind. You're going to need to be ready for it. Well, again, if you're playing a JRPG and you don't expect to grind, then you're playing the wrong JRPG. I don't know any JRPG where grinding isn't part of it. I mean, technically, I suppose Parasite Eve tries to avoid you grinding, but you need to for certain bosses. That annoys Centipede in the subway. Do you know what fear is, sir? Maybe hard to believe, but sometimes enemies become afraid and lose their will to fight. Don't let them escape. Devour them right away. Ah. Now I think about it, everyone has been acting strangely since receiving Adna. Gale's a bastard, making us go for all that. Ever since this walking appeared, my thoughts have been crowded. I see things in my mind that I know I have never seen. I've not heard of this angel. Is it related to the black-haired girl? So we're not long saved, so it's time to get back out into the Badlands, where we're going to have another dungeon to crawl, I believe. Yep, the Manipura territory of the Maribel. We're going to invade. See what happens. Oh wow! Look at them all on the walls. They are prepared for us. And yet they've not opened fire despite us being right near them. Interesting.
I assume you all have the power. How else could you have made it this far?
So then, you're the same as us.
Not just me. Nearly all of us have changed. Soon everyone in the junkyard will be this way. The war will escalate. God has cursed us all.
What's cursed? Who is this God?
I do not know. The thought appeared in my mind.
Are you sad?
What is sad?
I'm not sure. You just seem that way.
Many of us have died due to this unexplained power. If my reaction is sad, then yes, I am sad.
And if my speech is any less natural, it is robotic.
Explain your business. Interesting. But first of all, you must prove that you are worthy of fighting alongside the Maribel.
Wait, Janana!
Oh, why she got a crotch exposed at the back? What?
The tribe is hungry. I'll be waiting for you, if you can survive.
Why has she got no trousers on at the back? And what's Ziggy Stardust doing being her sidekick? She wants to see our skills? Great! I'll give her an up-close demonstration. We didn't come here to fight. We need to prove that to Gianna. Leave now or you die. No one tells me where to go, pal. I make the rules, not you. Oh, bit of an epic slowdown there, I'm afraid. There's a lot of vacant space back here. A lot of vacant space. Okay, it appears we're now in a dungeon. But we've gone in from the side, because I'm not going to be going from the front. Only an idiot goes through the front entrance of an enemy's area. If you go through the front, you put yourself in some severe problem. Always take the side routes where you can. And if you can't take the side routes, at least have explored first. You see they've got the jail cells over the doors, so unfortunately I've got no choice but to go back out, but it was worth it for the revival gem. Full revive, basically. If we defeat you, then Maribel will control 3 regions. Yes, the words to bear in mind there, my friend, is if. And I don't mean Shin Megami Tensei if either, which unfortunately has not been translated. Otherwise I'd love to play it. The official first Persona. Yeah, just walk in the middle, that's clever. Hungry glances surround the party. In that case then, we need to use Devour moves. What's in here? The door is tightly shut, because it looks like a jail. Very gothic. Oh, hello. Well, that's useful. We've got a place to save. Ah, that's the vendor, so we can go and talk to that vendor if we want as well. You might be the enemy, but you got money. What do you want? Ah, they've got a few more, so you can see they've got landmines now and everything else as well, Molotovs. It says disache. I don't know what ache is, so I better get a few of these just to cover it off. And there's discourse as well. They sound like they could be useful. Unfortunately, I've got very limited marker, so I can't buy any more. Oops, I accidentally knocked my microphone's pop filter. I do apologise. So we've got 2 Praetors. When the weaknesses are exploited, sometimes enemies become frightened. Use hunt skills on enemies to frighten, more AP will be gained when a frightened enemy is devoured. Yep, okay. Yeah, so you can see there it makes a big difference to your leveling up if you can get moves which are designed for essentially making it so that you can devour your enemies. So we've got an open dungeon this time, which is a bit interesting. I'm not used to that in a JRPG. Oh, there's a rare item there. Aerosol. Oh, nice! That's something that can be traded for marker, so that's what aerosols are. So we just find them knocking around. Oh, that's annoying. These guys have got quite a lot of health, unfortunately. There's not much I can really do about it. These enemies should give quite a lot of experience. Not not enough to finish it off, unfortunately. Nice one, level up. Well, fatality is always going to be useful. Magic and strength. Oh, I didn't get any boost item then, that's annoying. You know, for like making my character have more HP after the battle was over. Oh well, it was worth it to get the aerosol, and it was worth it to have an idea of what kind of enemies we're up against. Ah, it's you again. Yeah, you're quite an irritating enemy, it must be sad. Okay, what's this way? Aha, a way to go. Okay. Oh, it's a super slime. I remember these, they were annoying. They were in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. I'm actually going to pass my turn. Good for leveling up though, I'll give it that much. So again, this could be a potential grind, but we're not going to get through this dungeon anyway. Oh, it's these guys again. Yeah, you don't do much damage when you attack them. So good experience, good mecha. Voices are heard whispering. At last, our food is here. So I'm guessing they want to eat me. Oh, there's a switch there. What's this? Right, this is where we're probably going to find the boss. Let's proceed. Oh. They can no longer feel the presence, that's annoying. That's sealed off, so we can't get that. Look at the difference that makes when you devour demons in terms of getting your level up to your Atma. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It makes a massive difference. The only issue, of course, is you having to do a lot of healing a lot of the time. But as I've got quite a lot of MP available for her, I might as well use the magic. So I can save the items. Right, we're obviously meant to go up there, so what's down underneath here? Yep, I see another teleport point. Awesome. So it allows me to save my game. As we're into the final part of the stream now, so it's a question of how much further we can get before signing off for the first part of Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga, which is, as I say, it has a very, it feels like I'm basically playing Nocturne. That's the best way I can describe it. I feel like I'm back on Nocturne. It's annoying, but what can you do? Things have to cause a lot of damage, so... I'll do. Oh, come on, seriously? Well, I'm glad that I saved my MP now. That wasn't enough to finish it off, I'm surprised. I expected that to kill it, but apparently not. Get rid of him now before it becomes a problem. Yay, level up, awesome. So with heat stats going up higher as well, it makes things a bit simpler. I'm actually going to use her healing spells again. Right, so that gate's open. Question is, what's up these stairs then? Yeah, that's annoying. Especially when they get a press turn, but it was a critical. I've had them. I can't complain. It would be a lie if I would be being unreasonable if I started moaning about that. Oh wow, we took barely even 2 steps then. Oh, now we've got stairs to climb. Well, ladders to climb, sorry, and then a couple of doors. So we've definitely got multiple routes available here. Voice of her, I'll devour her breasts, her ass is delicious. I'm gonna savor her legs. Ugh. Ew. Why would anyone say that? Ah. So there's a presence beyond that door. Is there a presence beyond this door? Ah, I'm not gonna know. Oh, no. Oh, because we've been ambushed, we've not got any time to transform, so we're now back in our human form. Uh-oh, we're in danger here. Right, the issue I've got is we're really low on health. I need to finish one of these guys off and hope that we can do enough damage. Yeah, one of us is down. Not much I can do now. Ah. All this time I could transform. Oh, that got us across turn. That was helpful. Yes! So if you get ambushed, you actually, essentially, you get stuck in human form. And that has actually kind of worked out in our favour, surprisingly. Despite all of that, that actually was very, very high risk, but it worked. Ah, right, so that's right, yeah, that's the fine. I was so affected by that fight, which, let's be honest, was lucky. That was a lucky fight. I got very lucky in that fight. And I also managed to avoid using a revival bead because we finished the fight. So you begin the fight in demon form, but you can, if you get ambushed, end up in human form. That's really interesting. And obviously the defences when you're not in beast form are nowhere near as good. So that's, as I say, once I figured out you could transform, it was the fact that I transformed and had the ability to devour that made all the difference. But what a tough fight that was. That was not an easy battle. But that's okay. You know, if you get used to having these fights, you just have to try and get through them as best as you can. Oh, nice! We've got a critical hit. Oh, and he's frightened, is it? So that's a new tactic we need to find. We need to find those like devour moves as a way to essentially get through our enemies. Oh, major slowdown there. Ah, we can't get through here because there's a passive barrier in the way. Yep. So that's obviously, we're going to be able to unlock the ability to pass through there at some point. That's what's going to happen. We're going to unlock that. That's what I was hoping for. That I wasn't hoping for, to be honest. But it could be much worse. This is definitely a game that encourages you to actually get out there and grind them. Because obviously the enemies have been quite tough here. Now you can see that the ladder there which leads up, and I've not explored that yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save my game first. Now that I've got through that difficult fight, I don't want to put myself in a position where I lose my progress. But this has been a really interesting game. I've really liked the design of it. It's been quite, let's say, it's definitely much more a dungeon crawler. It's like, instead of all the plot that you get in the likes of the Persona series or in many of the other modern games, this is an old school JRPG, and I like the fact that we've got enough information and then we're back to the dungeon exploration and we're back to facing the bosses and we're back to trying to find our way. I appreciate that. It's annoying when they get the first turn, only because of the fact that I've not got the turn. That's the only reason it's annoying. But what I'm probably going to... Oh, well, that's even more annoying. Yes, where's Fataba telling me that the RNG gods smile upon us when I need her? But it was cool to see those like moves where we essentially were able to get ourselves more actual gun combos. Serves Karma reached a new plane. Oh, 6 skills can be set. Awesome. And we got MP back as well. That's brilliant. So if I go to my skill set, I don't know if I've got any more skills to actually set on here. I don't as yet, but the idea is once I've got those like Mabufu ones learned, for instance, I can equip them and have both Mabufu and Bufu, which will be useful if you find enemies where they void an element. You can avoid losing out to it, so to speak. So, rare item. What have we got here? Obtain an active cell. Nice. So that's more of what the temple are looking for. So that's wicked. So I've got 2 of them now that I can take back to the temple once we know where we're going with it. But yes, we are into the final 10 minutes. So what we're probably going to end up doing here is doing a little bit of grinding, actually. So that's her weakness. Okay. We've now got that established. She had to have one, to be fair. We've not seen a weakness for her come forward. Oh, excellent. He's panicked. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to devour him. Thank you very much. As you can see, big difference maker there. Huge difference maker. But yeah, I've been quite enjoying the style of the game. It looks very good as well. As I say, it very much is the Nocturne but with a gun kind of style to it. It's not normally what I'd expect SMT to do, but I'm not complaining. Oh, you're history now, pal. I'll say the only thing I'm afraid of is obviously that this is very similar to Nocturne, and Nocturne came out in 2003. So I'm just wondering if any surprises involving Nocturne are waiting anywhere. So where can I teleport? I can take back to the start of Maribel Base. And then if I exit here, I'll be right near the front. Yeah, so what I can do is I can actually very quickly go and exit the Maribel Base and restore back at our base. Oh, she's 1 away from leveling up. 1 karma point. After that she'd be leveled up, but not now. So I should, with any luck, be able to quickly back out here. Where's the exit point? Here it is, yep. So I can leave the area, go back to base, heal up, and then come back here again. It would also allow me to find out what's going on in the temple with these cells, actually. I might do that. I'm glad that I played through Nocturne and 5 and that before I touched this game. If I'd have played this game blind on my 24-hour stream last year, I wouldn't have had a clue what I was doing. I would not have had a hope. You know, with things like, you know, the press turn mechanics and things like that. Understanding the press turns makes a big difference. It was the restoration. That's why I did that. But you can definitely see that it's possible to, by essentially, grind our way to bliss, which is something that I might do off stream before the next time we play this game. Of course, we're only playing Digital Devil Saga now until the Sunday evening. It'll be Sunday evening that I'll play Digital Devil Saga, because on Friday we will be venturing back to New York City, and we will be carrying on our quest in Parasite Eve, which I'm really enjoying playing, a survival horror JRPG fusion which has been bloody hard. Some of the challenge I've had to face in that game has been insane, but it has worked really well. Let's say, despite the occasional slowdown which fell on tonight's stream, for which I can only apologise, people, this has been actually really good to enjoy. Now, if we just quickly go back to the temple again, I want to quickly go in and see if I can take the cells in, just to see exactly what we get from them. Because I'd like to give you some new content before we finish the stream off. So for all you people who've watched tonight, thank you very much. It's always great to have you here, both new and old, because without you people there is no stream. So a huge thank you to all of you. I'm assuming that we take them to the centre of the Cabal anyway. I mean, I can't see anywhere else we'd give them to. But just because I can't see it doesn't mean I'm right on that one. He says information. I don't want to give them information. So I don't want to give them info. In which case then, if I'm right, I'll need to speak to one of the temple guards maybe. Perhaps they can tell me where I can deposit these cells. They mentioned you can sell them to the temple, because they're hungry for information. Yeah, we get that, that's fine. Yeah, no, nothing there, is there? I may have to research what you do with these before the next stream, because yeah, there's nothing here either. Right. Unless I need to get something else unlocked in the story before I can do that, maybe. So I'm afraid that this has been it's not been a waste of time, but it's been rather redundant, so I do apologise, people. Right, we're going to do a little bit of back in the area we were just in a moment ago, and then after that we will be looking to wrap things up here in the booth. So Manipura, the temple, the area of the Marable. What we'll do is we will warp to the next point. Yep, so here's the Marable base, and we want to go in this door here and take access to the next temple network so we can teleport. Oh, that's interesting. You can't teleport forwards, you can only teleport backwards. That is similar again to Nocturne now I think about it. Because when I was in Nocturne, like in the prison section for example, what you'd have to do was essentially go through an area and then you can unlock the temple more points to go back, but not to go forward. Oh, nice one, he's weak, that's good, I want that. Yes, there we go. So I've mastered another one, and crucially, so Seraph has now learned Mabafu and Ice Boost. And her karma's reaching the place, so she can also have 6 skills set now as well. So essentially, if I go to set now with Seraph, you can see, check it out. We've now got an attack all with Ice Move and crucially Ice Boost. So that's going to be very, very useful indeed. In fact, because I've just unlocked that, I'm going to go and save my game. Because I've just realised actually we're not too far from the end of the stream anyway, so that could be a brilliant way to finish things off. Now they are weak to fire, and I don't want to use Mabafu on them, so I'm going to Yeah, so this is annoying, so it is going to get them a cross turn. But even though it was a weakness, it did so little damage, there's not much point worrying about it. So what I do need to do as well is using more actual mecha. In terms of how much mecha I've got 5,000, so I can actually possibly buy a new karma before we and a new mantra. So let's save our game first, so we've got a backup. And then what we'll do is looking at the mantras. I want to see if I can get another one for Seth, because Seth has completed his, thanks to having that Devour move. That Devour move makes a huge difference. Oh, I've got the Yaksar mantra. What does that mean? And the Angel mantra too. Wow. Yeah, so if I want to go to even further into the ice moves, I need a lot more mecha. But I can also scroll down and I can get, for instance, that one learns Expel, so it's like, that's holy mantra basically. And Yaksar is death, so that was things like Mudo. That's what that is. So basically, both Light and Mudo are now available. But for me, what I should do is maybe hunt for ones that are going to have... I think it might be worth having the ability to learn heal magic moves, purely because it might allow us to be able to unlock further in the protection mantra. We might be able to unlock ones that have yeah, so you got there, you see heal magic, yeah, Media, Posmudi and Actiel, so that's one I could really do with getting once she's ready for that. I think all the buffs and that are going to be hidden down here somewhere, so it depends on where in the mantra. You can see the Devour moves too, which I could really do with getting, so I can get them to learn Devour moves, and that'll make them have that power. So I'm going to get that for her as a backup as well. Let's say he's already got the fireballs that are on its way, so we'll leave it at that. So now that we've got some new mantras to play around with, we'll be able to look at doing those when we pick things back up. But that will be the next time we play Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga, which is going to happen on Sunday evening. But for now, we're going to wrap things up there, and we will be back on Friday evening at 8 PM GMT, where we'll be back into the halls of New York City as we continue our hunt of the mysterious Eve in Parasite Eve. Until then, thank you all very, very much for watching. And I can't believe we're in an SMT cannibal world now. Why do we always fall down the weirdest rabbit holes on this stream?